Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information video. Today for you guys, I thought we would discuss the Gummi Ship system within Kingdom Hearts 3 because finally, yes, finally, it has been revealed within the recent Frozen trailer. I was really happy to see this chucked into the trailer, although we didn't actually get to see too much of the system itself. It's nice to know that we now know what it actually looks like, and this was definitely one of the things that I was crossing my fingers to actually see in amongst all of the Kingdom Hearts 3 E3 madness that happened throughout June, and we got it, so hallelujah for that. Today I thought we'd talk about some news and information that Tetsuya Nomura has talked about towards the Gummi Ship system, and also break down the scenes of the Gummi Ship gameplay that we have so far. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So let's start off with the news. This is coming directly from the IGN interview, and Tetsuya Nomura has said this about the Gummi Ship system. So it's basically the same. It is your method to travel between worlds. There will be customization of the Gummi Ship, Nomura explained. We do actually have some exploration with Gummi Ships within the game as well, but I do want you to wait for a bit for more details in the future that we do have planned. This reveal of the Gummi Ship was more to show it was actually in the game. Continuing on with the news within the Dengeki PlayStation interview, Tetsuya Nomura talked a little bit more about Gummi Ships, and this is what he said. About the Gummi Ships, we've got the creator of Einhanda making it, and I liked it, so I myself am looking forward to seeing it completed. There are battle modes and free movement modes. I call it open world Gummi Ship. As there's always been, there's the ability to customize your Gummi Ship. Please wait for more information. So we didn't really get anything extra out of the Dengeki slice other than the fact that the Einhanda team are actually developing the Gummi Ship system within Kingdom Hearts 3. So let's start off with that. In case you guys don't know, Einhanda is a Squaresoft title that released on the PlayStation 1 back in 1997. Squaresoft is now what we know as Square Enix today, so it's one of Square Enix's very old titles. But the team that were responsible for that game many years ago are developing the system for Gummi Ships in KH3, which I find pretty interesting. Although this does make sense getting a whole another team to design a specific aspect of KH3, and mainly because this is just such a big project. Although it is good to know that a team who have previously developed a sort of spaceship, space battle-esque type of game are developing the Gummi Ship system in Kingdom Hearts 3, it kind of means that they know what they're doing. Einhanda is a side-scrolling shooter game, and it's actually pretty fun. I got to try it out a little bit last night, and it's really not too bad for its age. At different stages throughout levels, specifically during boss fights, the sort of camera angle changes to a diagonal 2.5D plane, and it's these kind of techniques that we actually see being used within the Gummi Ship system throughout the Kingdom Hearts games, specifically when we look at Kingdom Hearts 2's Gummi Ship system. Generally, the camera always follows the ship within Gummi Ships, and every so often when we come to specific scenarios throughout a Gummi Ship route, the camera sometimes often changes, similar to what we see in Einhanda. So Tetsuya Nomura has mentioned that there is going to be two different modes to Gummi Ships in Kingdom Hearts 3, the combat phase and the exploration phase. Now, we still don't know if the system will work the same way as Kingdom Hearts 2 in the way of how the levels are laid out. In Kingdom Hearts 2, obviously we had Gummi Ship routes that we could simply enter or had to enter before making our way to a certain world. The combat phase makes me think of the mission in itself, and then when I think of exploration phase, I simply think of free roam sort of gameplay, making our way to the worlds, but there's no sort of combat situations in between. Those are specifically in the missions. That's just kind of my understanding of it at the moment anyway. Tetsuya Nomura has mentioned that the exploration phase is more leaning towards an open world style of gameplay, so it makes me think that the exploration phase is more so flying to the worlds and exploring a little bit. Maybe there's going to be like hidden things throughout that you can actually find in exploration phase, but we don't know if we can switch between both combat phase and exploration phase on the fly. Now, we do know that we can customize the Gummi Ship within Kingdom Hearts 3 and add all sorts of additional pieces and blocks to it to make it stronger in both defense as well as power, just like we'd be able to in both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. However, though, earlier on this year, Tetsuya Nomura did explain that the customization towards the Gummi Ship system in KH3 is closer to that of the customization found in 0.2 Birth by Sleep's wardrobe system. And this description of it really makes me think that the customization system for Gummi Ships in KH3 might be a little bit more dumbed down, a little bit more simplistic than previous customization towards Gummi Ships. You guys should probably know that if you have tried to, add things to your Gummi Ships or even build your own Gummi Ships in both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, getting used to the controls can especially be quite tricky. There's a lot of different things you can actually do within the Gummi editor, but learning the ropes can actually take a while. So maybe Square Enix kind of looked into this a little bit and thought that they probably should make the system a little bit more simplistic. Now, I hope that they don't make it simplistic in the sense of dumbing down the system, because I think what we had in KH2 was actually pretty good, although while it is confusing to learn how exactly it works, once you've got the hang of it, it's actually a really unique system. So I'm hoping it is a little bit simplified, but not to the point of actually dumbing down the system entirely. So let's talk about the actual gameplay scenes in themselves. So I have to start off by saying that, my god, like visually, Gummi Ship missions look absolutely amazing. There's a lot going on like in the backgrounds of these levels with, you know, space rocks flying around everywhere, pieces of debris sort of floating. It looks beautiful. The attention to detail, it's magnificent. One thing that I did notice within the couple of scenes that we saw is it seems to be that there are more environmental hazards than there's been in previous Gummi Ship systems. Now in Kingdom Hearts 1, this was especially apparent, even though Kingdom Hearts 1's Gummi Ship mode was pretty bare bones and honestly quite boring. There was a lot of different environmental hazards that you actually had to dodge, and these being very basic bland textured blocks. More so this time around, we have actual things that would be sort of floating in space in a sci-fi environment opposed to that of just very basic textured blocks. So it now seems like we actually have to sort of maneuver around different things within the environment to avoid being hit. So it's not just enemies that we have to pay attention to, but also environmental hazards, which I really do like. It's gonna make each Gummi Ship mission throughout Kingdom Hearts 3 feel sort of distinctly different, with each of the missions having their own unique environmental hazards. One thing that was a little bit different to see is that while you're playing the Gummi Ship missions in Kingdom Hearts 3, you can actually collect money. Like, money is just lying around within these missions, which we've never seen before. Usually the only collectibles that you generally do collect in the Gummi Ship modes would be things like these score medals, gummy blocks and gummy pieces to obviously add to your Gummi Ship, and that's generally about it. Like, the only things that you do collect in these systems are things used for that of the Gummi Ship. Never have we actually collected things throughout Gummi Ship systems where it actually counts for the main game. But now we can actually collect money throughout levels, which is interesting. I think this also further suggests that money is going to be used to purchase upgrades for the Gummi Ship this time around, similar to Kingdom Hearts 1, where we could actually buy Gummi Ship pieces and upgrades off of Sid in Traverse Town. Within the Classic Kingdom trailer, we saw like a little Gummi Ship themed store sign within the Tram Common area, so that could be a Gummi Ship shop where we actually buy upgrades. We'll also notice that the teeny ships are present with the Gummi Ship, which obviously means the teeny ship system is returning. This will be part of the customization. And then in the very final scene where we see Sora going up against this robotic heartless snake thing with lasers, what is that? The Gummi Ship gets like these extra teeny ships which look to be like two massive rockets, so maybe you can actually like launch these rockets or something. And I do hope when it comes to more cannons, more guns, more sort of weapon variety when looking at the Gummi Ship system, I hope that is something that is apparent. However guys, that's all the news and information for the Gummi Ship system in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like Tetsuya Nomura said, they do plan on revealing more information about the Gummi Ship system at some point. I honestly do believe that in the next trailer, we'll probably end up seeing more Gummi Ship gameplay. I really do hope that they emphasize on the exploration phase more so than the combat phase. It would also be nice to see how many enemies can be on screen as well, so it's all of those kind of things that I would like to see in the next trailer, alongside that of customization as well. Nomura did explain that the reason why they put Gummi Ship gameplay within this trailer was to pretty much just show that, hey, the Gummi Ship system is here and it is returning. So we can probably expect more so of a deeper dive on this system, hopefully, in the next trailer. Now guys, that is all for today's video. In the comment section down below, let me know your current thoughts and opinions towards the Gummi Ship system in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now guys, I've been Cynical, hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Hit them on the page, you'll be coming through stunning. Gold in my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crank, gaming up the bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.